Hello and welcome. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the University of Pittsburgh. My name is Chance Weidman. I use the pronouns he, him, and his, and I am the director of the Office of New Student Programs. And I'll be your host this afternoon as we continue with Welcome Week. I hope everyone enjoyed yesterday's Welcome Week presentation on becoming a sexual citizen hosted by our counseling center. This afternoon, thank you again for joining us virtually today for a series of required Welcome Week events. We will start the day with a brief history of the Office of New Student Programs. Then we will hear a welcoming remarks from your Vice Provost. We will then conclude with an overview of the remainder of Welcome Week. So the Office of New Student Programs is your first stop on your Pitt engagement journey. My staff and I designed programming intended to help new students manage the transition into the Pitt community. Our programs are designed to create friendly, informative, resource-based opportunities for new students to familiarize themselves with our Oakland campus and the surrounding city. We understand that starting something new like college can be quite challenging and often frightening situation. Our goal as an office is to turn that challenge into excitement and to help new students realize that many of their peers feel the same way. Our programs will allow you to connect with other new students to foster new friendships, feel connected to the community, and to feel at home in your new surroundings. We also have our first year mentors who will be an excellent peer resource to you this semester. My colleague will provide additional details on what our first year mentors provide later on in this presentation. Before getting started here at Pitt, we do have a few online orientations and modules that you will need to complete. First, if you haven't done so already, you will need to complete the online orientation. Next, you will need to complete 4 online modules, 3 EverFi, and the Grad Ready Financial Literacy module. These modules are due January 21st, so you still have plenty of time to get them completed. If you have any questions or concerns regarding these requirements, please reach out to our office. We'd be happy to assist. Now I would like to introduce our next speaker for this afternoon. Harshita Ramanan is a junior neuroscience major graduating this semester. During her time at Pitt, Harshita has held many student leadership positions, including Vice President of Programming for the Executive Board, and she was a resident assistant. Harshita is currently the President of the Student Government Board and is here today to tell us about the Pitt Promise and what exciting opportunities your Student Government Board has to offer this semester. Harshita, the floor is yours.
Hi everyone, my name is Harshita Ramanan and I'm President of Student Government Board. My job in the simplest terms is to advocate for the student body with the help of 8 other board members and 8 committees. Without taking up too much of your time today, if you're interested in what I do or the organization does, please feel free to browse our social media or website, and the links to both of those will be coming up on a slide soon. So now let's move to the Pitt Promise. The University of Pittsburgh is committed to the advancement of learning and service to society. This is best accomplished in an atmosphere of mutual respect and civility, self-restraint, concern for others, and academic integrity. By choosing to join the community, I accept the obligation to live by these common values and commit myself to the following principles. By endorsing these common principles, I accept a moral obligation to behave in ways that contribute to a civil campus environment and resolve to support this behavior in others. This commitment to civility is my promise to the University of Pittsburgh and its community of scholars.
I will embrace the concept of a civil community which abhors violence, theft, and exploitation of others.
I will embrace the concept of a civil community which abhors violence, theft, and exploitation of others.
I will commit myself to the pursuit of knowledge with personal integrity and academic honesty.
I will commit myself to the pursuit of knowledge with personal integrity and academic honesty.
I will respect the sanctity of the learning environment and avoid disruptive and deceitful behavior towards other members of the campus community.
I will respect the sanctity of the learning environment and avoid disruptive and deceitful behavior toward other members of the campus community.
I will support a culture of diversity by respecting the rights of those who differ from myself.
I will support a culture of diversity by respecting the rights of those who are different from myself.
I will contribute to the development of a caring community where compassion for others and freedom of thought and expression are valued.
I will contribute to the development of a caring community where compassion for others and freedom of thought and expression are valued.
I will honor, challenge, and contribute to the scholarly heritage left by those who preceded me and work to leave this a better place for those who follow.
I will honor, challenge, and contribute to the scholarly heritage left by those who preceded me and work to leave this a better place for those who follow. Okay, so that's the end of the Pitt Promise. And now I just want to do a quick introduction to Student Government Board. So Student Government Board consists of your peers that are elected or appointed by the student body. This includes one president, 8 board members, and election season is rapidly approaching. So go ahead and follow our social media so you can stay tuned to all of our upcoming events. We also have 8 committees: allocations, judicial, elections, diversity and inclusion, facilities, technology and transportation, community and governmental relations, academic affairs, and wellness. And around late March or April, applications for these committees will open. Once again, the best way to stay tuned for these opportunities and many more is to keep an eye on our social media or website. The reason all these positions exist, as the slide says, is to promote the concerns, interests, needs, and the welfare of the student body. I know this description does not say much, but we work on projects advocating for better dining hall experiences, to hiring more diverse staff and faculty for various departments, to helping address student safety concerns with the help of senior leadership. There's a place for every single one of you in our organization. So if you're interested, I highly recommend taking a screenshot of this slide and browsing through our website or social media. And please feel free to email me or any one of our board members if you have any questions. Thank you for allowing me to present today, and I wish you the best during your time at Pitt. Before we bring on our next speaker, we have a short video to share, highlighting the fantastic work done by our student affairs staff. Enjoy.
The mission of the Division of Student Affairs at Pitt is to provide our students with the best collegiate experience in the world. With a diverse, talented, and multidisciplinary staff of 190 people, we complement Pitt's academic excellence by cultivating a campus environment that is vibrant, challenging, nurturing, and inclusive. Our aim is that every student feels a sense of belonging and is supported in ways that allow them to flourish in all aspects of well-being. It is our hope that the support we provide will help students to fully engage in our campus community and to position themselves for success in their academic, personal, and professional lives, both during and after their time at Pitt. Student Affairs also provides leadership and support for some of the university's strategic initiatives, most notably equity and inclusion, civic engagement, wellness, and sustainability. As just one example, at a crucial time in the history of the university and the nation last year, Student Affairs provided our Black, Asian, and Asian American students with critical support as they felt the impact of racial injustice, racism, and xenophobia. Fundamentally, our role is to support our academic mission and serve as a resource for students, faculty, and staff regarding student support, student development, and student engagement. Our robust programming begins before students arrive on campus. The Office of New Student Programs hosts online orientation for all new and transfer students before they arrive for Welcome Week. Between online orientation and Welcome Week, the Office of New Student Programs hosts the Provost Academy, designed to help our new Pell-eligible and first-generation students boost their preparation, confidence, academic engagement, and sense of belonging. After the Provost Academy, the Office of New Student Programs hosts Welcome Week for 5,000 new and transfer students.
Our program is wide-ranging, extensive, and aims to instill qualities in our students that will help them to realize their best selves. As a division, we aim to be student-ready and to meet the needs of our students when they come to campus. Once students have transitioned to campus life, our Office of Residence Life provides countless social and educational opportunities to students living in university housing. In addition, Pitt Serve supports students as they serve the Pitt community and neighboring communities in Pittsburgh. Pitt Arts and Pitt Program Council provides students with opportunities to engage in arts, cultural, and musical performances. And the Outside the Classroom curriculum, or the OCC, encourages students to participate in a wide variety of on-campus lectures and events in order to demonstrate core competencies. The Office of Cross-Cultural and Leadership Development sponsors a variety of leadership training opportunities for students. And the Student Organization Resource Center, or SOURCE, provides support for more than 600 undergraduate, graduate, and professional student organizations. Student Life also sponsors the Office of Interfaith Dialogue and Engagement to facilitate conversations between people of all faiths and no faith. Finally, our marketing and communications team publicizes and promotes programs and resources so that students, staff, and the larger university community are aware of the opportunities for engagement. We also provide students with high-quality support services that are crucial to each student's success and well-being through the Healthy You program and the Wellness Center, which is comprised of the Student Health Service and the University Counseling Center. Campus recreation helps members of the Pitt community lead active, balanced lives, from intramural sports and club sports to group exercise or solo workout sessions. The campus recreation team members are here to help students achieve their health and fitness goals. Finally, the Office of Student Conduct provides students with a fair and impartial due process when possible student code of conduct violations arise, helping to ensure that Pitt remains a safe and welcoming community for everyone.
The Career Center assists students throughout their years at Pitt, but their role becomes especially important as students prepare to transition out of Pitt and into their first job, graduate or professional school, or other endeavors in which they find meaning. Our career outcomes rate far exceeds that of our peers. For the 9th straight year, we have achieved a 94% career outcomes rate for graduating seniors. Students who feel engaged and supported and who experience a sense of belonging while they are in college are much more likely to be an active alumni and to report higher levels of well-being after graduation. Our mission in student affairs, to develop, support, and engage students so they can succeed, is vital to the overall mission of the University of Pittsburgh. Thank you for your support.
Now it is my privilege to introduce our next speaker. Dr. Kenyon Bonner serves as the Vice Provost for Student Affairs at the University of Pittsburgh. Under his leadership, the Division of Student Affairs delivers services and programs to enhance the student experience and create a vibrant campus community that prepares students to thrive in a scientific, technological, and diverse world. Dr. Bonner believes it is an intentional investment in the education of the whole student, and he believes in the importance of lifting as you climb. He is committed to fostering a campus community that values diversity, equity, and inclusion, as well as learning inside and outside of the classroom. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Kenyon Bonner.
Thank you, Chance. Also, thank you, Harshita. Good afternoon, everyone. It's hard to do this without seeing folks, but I first want to welcome you to the University of Pittsburgh. You are the newest members of our Pitt community, and it's always a privilege for me to have a chance to formally welcome you to campus. I do want to take a moment to acknowledge the circumstances of our gathering today. As all of you know, we're approaching year 2 of the pandemic. And if many of you are like me, you're exhausted and kind of tired and hope this thing will be over. But I do want to thank you in advance for your patience and your cooperation as new students as we navigate another phase of this journey. Our goal is to resume as close to normal operations as soon as possible. And if we continue to work together, despite our frustration and some of our fatigue, we will get through this together like we did last year and the year before. So I just ask that you continue to be flexible, friendly, and forgiving. As a new Pitt Panther, though, you are now part of a legacy of greatness. I want to take a few moments to talk about what it means to be a member of the Pitt community. You're joining a transformational institution with exceptional faculty, staff, and students who make a difference in our local and global community. We are a premier public research university and one of the best in the Northeast. But what's more important than impressive facts and rankings is that in addition to our mission of teaching, research, and service, we are committed to student success. Now, I hope you'll find that we genuinely embrace our mission to provide our students with the best collegiate experience in the world. In student affairs, We aim to provide experiences, programs, and services that will support your transition to Pitt and enable you to develop into your best selves. What's also impressive about Pitt, at least in my experience, is that our students care about each other. Our students commit to a community of civility and respect, and our students aspire to leave Pitt better for those who follow. While every institution thinks its students are wonderful, there is something special about Pitt students. As new students, you also bring your individual lived experiences to enrich our community. We all value your unique perspectives and talents, and we're excited to see how you make Pitt a better place. So let me ask you a question, just take a break for a second, and please drop your answer in the chat. I know we have a few folks with us today. Just if you take a second in the chat, what excites you about Pitt? What brought you to here to the University of Pittsburgh? Why Pitt of all the universities you had an option to attend? And then also, who's anxious or not sure if they will be successful? I always ask that question. So if you just take a second to just put in the chat any of your responses, like what excites you about your new journey at Pitt? What brought you to Pitt? Why Pitt? And just a note, like a thumbs up or whatever you want to put in the chat, who's anxious or not sure if they'll be successful as a new student at Pitt. Now, one of the things you realize when you provide feedback in a community setting like this is that you realize that you're not alone. Keep bringing them in the chat. You realize that you're not alone. Each of you were admitted to Pitt because we believe you have what it takes to be successful. Now, if you're like me, when you went to college, when I went to college many years ago, I thought I was an admissions error, and I had a lot of doubts about whether or not I would be successful where I went to school. I was not an admissions error, and neither are any of you. If you only remember one thing I say to you today, please remember this. All of you, each and every one of you, have everything you need to be successful at the University of Pittsburgh. So I thank everyone for putting information in the chat. Check it out, folks. It's really cool to see why people were attracted to Pitt and decided to spend their time here. I appreciate everyone sharing in that little exercise. Just let me talk a little bit about what we often refer to as the Pitt profile. So during your time at Pitt, you may hear us refer to the Pitt profile. I want to spend a little bit of time explaining what that means. In short, the Pitt profile are skills and competencies we aspire all our students to cultivate during their time with us. Now, I'll go over those skills. The first is academic preparedness. Now, first and foremost, if you thoroughly engage in your academic experience when you graduate, you will demonstrate a mastery of an academic field. That means you'll be able to apply acquired knowledge of everyday situations, and you should have the ability to communicate your competencies, your understanding, experiences, and skills clearly, confidently, and effectively. Second, our hope is that you will have a sense of responsibility to others. As Pitt students, you'll also be civic-minded and you'll be engaged and conscientious global citizens. You will use the knowledge and skills you've acquired to help others succeed and make your communities better. Now, in a few weeks, you'll be invited to participate in one of our signature days of service, our annual Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service. So be on the lookout for that if you want to continue or begin engagement in a community. Third, self-awareness. We hope that you will possess an understanding of your individual gifts, your strengths, weaknesses, failures, and successes. And you will be confident in your ability to leverage your strengths to overcome challenges. And finally, our hope is that you will have a sense of connectedness to the University of Pittsburgh. It's our hope that you will be a strong future alumni, a member of our Pitt family forever, and you will lift others as you climb. Now, the Pitt profile highlights our commitment to educating the whole student. So if you graduate from Pitt or any other college or university and you are only brilliant in your understanding of course material, you will not have a competitive edge in the workforce, graduate and professional school admissions, or possess the skills to effectively navigate our changing world. So please lean into the Pitt experiences and engage in academic and non-academic experiences that challenge your perspectives, assumptions, and understanding of our world. The goal of college is not to change who you are. Rather, in my opinion, the goal is to provide you with experiences, opportunities, and knowledge to help you better understand who you want to be and how you want to invest your time, talent, and treasure after college. Outside of academics and career preparation, we are confident that you will find your new campus community, Pitt, to be welcoming, inclusive, and nurturing. We have more than 600 student organizations and clubs. There's something for everyone, for every interest, plenty of opportunities to find your niche and your sense of belonging. Now, as it relates to sense of belonging, we value equity, diversity, and inclusion, and have many programs to support students in their social, spiritual, and cultural identities. Our commitment and work towards racial justice is persistent, and we are excited for you to join us in showing the world how people with disparate views, identities, experiences, and beliefs can live, work, and learn together in a caring community where compassion for others and freedom of thought and expression are valued. So, take advantage of these and other countless opportunities that will be presented to you, and allow yourself to be enriched by the tremendous diversity that is reflected in our students, our faculty, and staff. I encourage you to fully engage in your college experience. When you do, you gain lifelong friendships, you commit yourself to lifelong learning, and you appreciate those meaningful experiences that will shape you into who you become. So your engagement, enthusiasm, and effort will influence every aspect of the next few years of your life. I have a few tips for you. Take advantage of every opportunity. Make connections with people who don't look like you, believe, talk, or think like you. Understand and embrace failure as being only a temporary disruption to your path to success. See challenges as learning experiences designed to make you stronger and wiser. Don't forget the people who helped you get to this point in your life. None of us got here alone. And remember that even when you do not believe in yourself, we believe in you and we are here to help. Please reach out for help. Do not suffer in silence. Now, Dean Carla Penzella is our new Dean of Students, and while she's not able to be with us this afternoon, I know she joins me in welcoming you to Pitt, and she looks forward to meeting you soon. We strive to be a student-ready institution, which means that we want to meet you where you are, and all of you are at different places. But we also need your feedback to be able to do that well. So I encourage you to reach out to Dean Penzella to share your ideas about how we can together make Pitt a better, stronger community. Please reach out to Dean of Students at pitt.edu if you have any questions or concerns during your time, or you just want to chat. And also feel free to reach out to me at my email address, krb14@pitt.edu. So wrapping it up, we're excited that you've accepted our invitation to become members of our university community. And last but not least, welcome to the University of Pittsburgh community. Welcome, Panthers. Look forward to seeing you in person soon. Take care.
Dr. Bonner, thank you so much for your remarks and those tips. Students, I hope you're taking notes. Those are some great pieces of advice. And please do use that Dean of Students email and reach out to Dean Penzella and share your ideas and anything that you want to see happen here at Pitt. We want you to feel engaged and we want you to take ownership over this community. So please utilize those resources. To conclude today's presentation, I would like to introduce the new student program coordinator, Emily Kerbach. Emily recently joined our team and brings a wealth of knowledge from her time at Valparaiso University. Emily oversees our first-year mentor program and assists with additional university initiatives as needed. Emily, take it away.
Good afternoon, everyone. As Chance said, my name is Emily. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm really excited to meet all of you, even if it is through this really non-traditional format. As the program coordinator, I get the chance to help the Office of New Student Programs, help design, plan, and facilitate social and educational events that will help you, students like you, find success during your first year at Pitt. While support for new students is important during the beginning of each semester, whether you are joining us at fall semester or beginning of the spring semester, we in this Office of New Student Programs work hard to engage with you throughout the academic year. And part of our being able to do so is through the hard work of our student first year mentors. So our first year mentors are student leaders who are responsible for helping our office plan and execute engaging programs while making sure that they are being positive role models and a peer resource to any new students who come to campus. Some of the main pieces that they are responsible for are helping us with opportunities like Welcome Week, both during the fall and the spring semester, Panther Connect, which are social engagement opportunities for students throughout the summer sessions before they attend Pitt in the fall. And then also, as I said, programming that happens throughout the year. Some examples of events that we have put on for our students during the academic year include some do-it-yourself craft nights, some board game social opportunities, guided meditations, movie screenings, and a lot of different things. Our first year mentors are really creative and really passionate about serving their peers and working to help them find their place on Pitt campus. And so it is really a joy for me to work with them and help them fulfill the goal of our office for your benefit. So as we come to the close of our session, I wanted to take the time to highlight some of the remaining required sessions for Welcome Week and several of our rescheduled events. Just so that you are aware, this afternoon we still have several more sessions for you to attend that are required as part of your Welcome Week experience. After we conclude this session, we will be asking you to move to the Building a Pitt Community through Diversity and Inclusion, which is set to start at 3:45 and will continue for an hour. At that same time, we ask that your parents join the Parent Get to Know Pitt session, which also will be beginning at 3:45 as well. And then finally, later this evening, we'll have our final required session titled The Tipping Point and Our Health and Safety at Pitt. That will begin at 6 o'clock this evening. And then finally, we have a number of different research or opportunities that we had to reschedule so that you could enjoy them in person once our shelter-in-place period has ended. On February 2nd, we'll be hosting a transfer and commuter resource fair for any students who identify as either a transfer or a commuter student. This is an opportunity for you specifically to connect with different resources that will help you find success while on campus. This is going to be located at the O'Hara Student Center Ballroom at 3 p.m. and will last until 5 p.m. That is a really great opportunity for not only for you to learn different resources, but our first year mentors are also going to be present at that session. So then you will be able to interact with those students as well. On February 11th, which will be a Friday evening, New Student Programs is going to be hosting a casino night, which will be a really fun and exciting opportunity for you not only to have a fun and engaging time, but also to socialize with different students and again, our peer mentors as well. And then finally, our Student Activities Fair, which will be an opportunity for you to connect with different clubs, organizations, and resources again on campus, will be hosted on February 1st. It's going to be on the main floor of the William Pitt Union, which is on our campus as well. And while there are several organizations, offices, and departments who provide different programs and events for students, we would encourage you to sign up for a service called Campus Connect to make sure that you stay in the loop of different events that are happening on campus. This is a text-based system, so you'll receive text messages letting you know what is happening, what office is providing the opportunity, and then where it is going to be happening. So if this is something that you'd be interested in, text Pitt SA when your username that you have so that you can log into different systems to the number 41411. If you have questions about what your username is, let us know. We'll be able to help you out now. And your Pitt portal login and email is going to be ABC123. Oh wait, this is something different. I am so sorry, friends. So this is going to be how you'll be able to understand what your Pitt username is going to be. It's the beginning part of your email address. So again, thank you everyone for taking the time to join us this afternoon and for being flexible as we transition to this virtual format over this past week. At this point, again, students, we ask you to transition to our Building a Pitt community event while your parents will participate in their Getting to Know Pitt session. I saw a question in the chat asking if those are going to be recorded. Yes, they are both going to be recorded and then provided for you at a later date. As I mentioned, both sessions are going to be open for attendees at 3:45. I hope that you have a great rest of your afternoon, and I really look forward to seeing and meeting with you at any in-person events that we hold later on this semester.
Thank you, Emily. I just want to take a moment and say thank you to everyone for joining us today. As Emily pointed out, you do have a few other required events to get to. Those will be opening up in just about 10 minutes. So thank you everyone for joining, and we hope to see you in our next sessions. Have a great afternoon.